Right, so I'm sure by now you've all seen my tournament battle, so I figured I'd upload it again, but provide a little insider commentary on what my decisions were and all that stuff. So yeah, I put together a new Stealth Rock lead for this battle, Mesprit, because it seemed to have it could learn Stealth Rock and had some decent other moves, but then he immediately screws me over by tricking a Choice Scarf onto me, so that's not helping one bit. Pretty much forced into Stealth Rock now, so I really had no choice other than switch Mesprit out there. Figured I'd bring in Scizor because what's an Uxie ever gonna do to a Scizor? Pretty sure. Oh yeah, Thunder Wave, of course. Bloody hell. Well, could be worse, I suppose. I mean, sure, there's that 25% chance of not being able to do a damn thing, but I figure I might be able to set up on this Uxie pretty well. So, Mega Evolve into Mega Scizor. Go for a Swords Dance while he sets up Stealth Rocks as well. That's kind of a bummer. Oh yeah, I went for Bug Bite for some reason. I should have set up Swords Dance probably. Yeah, that's probably what I should have done right there. But yeah, he survives the Bug Bite somewhat well. And I don't really know why I switched Scizor out there. Not really sure what the hell I was thinking here. But yeah, he goes for a U-turn, and Mesprit takes it pretty well despite being weak to it, maybe because Uxie likely doesn't have any attack investments. And turns out he also has a Scizor. That's probably going to be bad. So, of course, I U-turn out of there. And he doesn't go for Bullet Punch, which is what I was expecting. Although he knew I had a Choice Scarf on Mesprit now, so I couldn't really do a damn thing anyway. Figured I'd bring in Avalugg, because Avalugg takes physical attacks pretty damn easily. He goes for U-turn. Okay, I can probably take this fairly well, and he does. Honestly, Avalugg absolutely hates Stealth Rock. Being weak to it definitely does not help a wall at all. Anyway, he brings out Mew. Now, Mew is always a tricky opponent, because you're never gonna know what it's gonna do beforehand. I figured, because he brought it in on Avalugg, it's probably going to be a special attacking Mew, so I got Avalugg the hell out of there. Bring in Scizor, because my Mega Scizor has a decent amount of special defense investment. So I figured he'd be able to take pretty much everything Mew's going to throw at him, and then he turns out to be a physical Mew. Yeah, did not see that one coming. But still, I think unless he has like Fire Punch or something, Mega Scizor doesn't really have anything to fear. He goes for Zen Headbutt though. That could be a problem. And it actually does a lot of damage despite being not very effective. But still, I figured I could take that a lot better than I did. Go for a Swords Dance, set that up. He heals up a little, leftovers. And he goes for Zen Headbutt again. And if I recall correctly, I get flinched here. Yes, that was probably a pretty pivotal moment as well. Because I'm pretty sure I was going to go for a Bug Bite there, and I'm pretty sure that would have knocked the Mew out then and there. So, I don't think Scizor was going to take another Zen Headbutt, so I brought it out, bring in Mesprit. And Mesprit is one of the few Pokemon that can learn Healing Wish, which is a pretty helpful move in some situations. Mesprit sacrifices himself, and then the next Pokemon that comes in gets all of its health back and is healed from all status conditions and that stuff. Which is just what my Mega Scizor needed. So there we go, shine a light from above, and he gets all of his health back and the paralysis is gone. So basically we have an all new Mega Scizor here. Still takes Stealth Rock damage though. Why does that not take place before the Healing Wish? Anyway, Drain Punch pretty much weakens me again. Go for the Bug Bite. Barely survives. Kinda sucks. Luckily though, I am a Scizor, and I have yet to see a Scizor that doesn't have Bullet Punch on it, so Mew is gonna go down, finally. But yeah, if that unfortunate flinch didn't occur, then Mew would have died many turns ago. He brings in Charizard. Now, I kinda thought here that this had to be Mega Charizard Y. I mean, if his Scizor was his Mega, he would have Mega Evolved it by now. So it brought in Blissey. I'm pretty sure Blissey can wall Mega Charizard Y fairly well. Turns out it's Mega Charizard X. Because I thought because his Mew's physical, he's gotta have a special attacker on there somewhere. I thought Charizard was gonna be it. But nope, it's Charizard X, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna suck. And suck it does. However, the funny part is that the Flare Blitz recoil immediately kills off Charizard. Ah, Stealth Rocks, you ruined Charizard so very much. Maybe he should have gone for Dragon Claw. Anyway, brings out Scizor again, and I don't really have anything. I figured maybe he's gonna go for a Swords Dance, so maybe I can heal up, but no, he goes for a U-turn. Figured I was just gonna let Blissey die, because honestly, its usefulness was kinda limited here. And at least now I get to have switch-in advantage. Brings in Uxie, okay, no problem there. Can probably deal with that pretty easily. As soon as he heals up, geez, animations take a long ass time. Alright, I figured I'd bring in my Greninja. Shiny one as well. Its coloration is pretty cool. I got this thing in a trade and it hasn't really disappointed me. So we go for Dark Pulse. And that should take out the Uxie no problem, which indeed it does. So down it goes. I kinda like shiny Uxie's color scheme as well. Anyway, he can take some Life Orb recoil. He brings in his own Scizor. Now, I'm not going to take a Bullet Punch well, now that I don't resist it. I'm not going to take a U-turn well, so I figured I have to get Greninja out of there. Also, because he did still have a Sceptile, and Greninja is pretty much the only thing on my team that's faster than Sceptile is. So bring in Avalugg, but Stealth Rock once again completely ruins it, and he still manages to survive the U-turn. And then he goes out and brings in the Sceptile. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. It's moments like these where I really wish Avalugg had the ability to learn Ice Shard. But he doesn't. And honestly, Avalugg's use was kind of limited as well, so I just let him die. Because who do I still have left at this point? I still have Scizor, I still have Tornadus, and I still have Greninja. So none of those would have really preferred coming into a Sceptile. Maybe Tornadus, but that's kinda iffy. So I bring in Greninja, because it's gonna be faster. Greninja's max speed. Use the hidden power Fire. I could have gone for Ice Beam, but I was expecting a switch into Scizor, which would have taken the Ice Beam quite well, and then would have probably Bullet Punched me, because I'm an Ice type then, so that's not a good idea. Hidden power Fire still takes out Sceptile regardless. He brings in Feraligatr. Now, I probably just should have stayed in and Dark Pulsed here. Probably try and get a flinch or something, but I figure, no, let's bring in Scizor. Because what's he gonna do? Maybe a Waterfall, but then I completely forgot about Dragon Dance. So that's gonna be a problem. And this is probably where I made the mistake that cost me the game. I did not go for Bullet Punch here. That would have done, well, not really much, but probably a decent amount of damage to the Feraligatr. Because here I bring in my Tornadus, which luckily still outspeeds the Feraligatr despite the Dragon Dance, and uses Hurricane, which is pretty damn powerful, but Feraligatr barely survives. If I had just Bullet Punched it earlier, it wouldn't have survived, and I would have still had my Tornadus, because it's gonna get destroyed here because of a Torrent boosted Waterfall from a +1 Feraligatr. Luckily, Life Orb Recoil also takes him out, so now both of us only have one Pokemon remaining. I have Greninja, and he has Scizor. Now, I kinda thought this was gonna go down as a draw, that I would have hopefully lived the Bullet Punch, then took him out with Hidden Power Fire, and then my Life Orb Recoil would have killed me. But no, he does go for Bullet Punch, and it unfortunately does take out Greninja. So an awfully close battle, ultimately decided by the final move.